Fantastic. All right, we got a couple people online. We got a summertime class going on here, right? It's all right. Somewhere here, somewhere there. More here than others, right? Hopefully it's about to get pouring rain. As long as everybody has their top up. Anybody need to check windows and get your top up?
My husband's standing out in a wood chipper.
That's a movie scene, isn't it? Anyway, all right. Conversion to closing. So I know I have some veterans here. Haven't seen you in a while. You guys are fairly new, right? So usually cover a couple things. One, converting leads. And that's anything else that we have going on about how to engage, keep engaged, and get to closing, right? Okay. So basic premise, we should all know this, but just in case, what are the top 3 dollar producing activities in real estate?
Lead generation.
Lead gen?
Lead conversion.
Lead conversion, and what's in the middle of those two? Lead follow-up, right? What are the first 3 things to go if everybody gets busy?
Follow-up.
First 3 things to go if you get busy: lead gen, lead conversion, and lead follow-up are the first 3 things to go. Okay? Those 3 things are more important than current business. Okay? If you ever have a statement or a thought or a belief or whatever that, oh, I can't do my prospecting time because I have a showing at 3, you just prioritize backwards. Okay? Current business, the current dollar, or the ability to go get 3 more dollars. Okay? Lead gen, lead follow-up, lead conversion. Highest dollar producing activities in the business. So when you own your day, you time block your day, you set priorities, that is golden time that you always do. Or if you're building infrastructure and teams to support, you make sure that your business always has that happening. Maybe it's not always you. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. With the group in the audience, and I know Scott's online, so it's just the one, okay.
Oh, you got more.
I got more? Okay.
Scott, Jason Jarnell, Justin Moore, Paige Johnson.
Okay, great. So with those online, with those in the group, who knows of the framework? How, I know you guys are really rules and he's a master at it. What's the framework of our call? Who can call out our steps that we do? It's okay if you can't. What I'm trying to gauge is where's the audience at so I can come alongside you and keep moving. Does that make sense? Okay, I know you guys got it. Are you guys feeling really solid and comfortable with it, or is it just, let's just review the whole thing? Review? All right.
Say review.
Review? All right. So if the ISA, this is our lead, says review, then we need to review. Okay.
You know what? If nobody says they're really comfortable with it, that's always the first
First
hint.
thing to review. Okay. So if you're taking notes, and those in the audience, if you have the ability to take notes, we have 2 frameworks. One's called specific property. The other one's called customer service. Okay? If you don't have the visual diagram of our framework of a call that I've created, text me or drop me an email to say and ask for the structure of a lead call diagram, and I'll get that to you. Okay? All right. The easiest one that we all understand, that we all can do the most with, is specific property. All right? And those are anytime there is a specific property, a house. It could be a portal lead, Zillow, RDC, open house, a sign call. Anytime that lead's attached to a specific address. Okay, customer service will flip it when it's not attached to that. You did some type of lead gen that was, hey, the top 5 reasons sellers lose massive amounts of money. All right, or the top 5 reasons buyers, biggest 5 mistakes buyers make. If you do some lead gen off something like that, right, that is customer service because it's not tied to a property. Okay? All right. We'll go through structure of a call for those for review. We'll talk about it. You'll have maybe 2, 3 gurus in the room. See them deploy it. All right. Now, When you start doing this framework, if you haven't done enough practice, this first step will be the hardest part for you because it's so ingrained in what you do. Okay? Right? You get the lead. Speed the lead is important. Guru IC Andy back there, I think his average is 18 seconds. Right? Speed the lead. Anyway, you get them on the phone. Think about what they're experiencing. If you get a lead on a phone, they pick up the phone call, what do you have to get accomplished right away?
Why you're calling?
You have to overcome their hesitation that says, crap, I was caught in a weak moment. I just picked up the phone, this number I don't know, and I really don't want to be on this call. Right? You have to get over that, and you get like quick. Right? So if it's ring, and someone says, hello, hi, my name's Dan Baltz of Realty Group. Click, they're done. You just confirmed everything I had a suspicion about. Off, right? So, hey, ladies, okay? So, remember, I've said framework. Nowhere in here have I said script. Ditch scripts. We are more ad-lib and, gosh, what's the other word? Impromptu comedy and fun than we are scripted movie scripts. Okay? You have to make, not because it's false, but it's real, the call and make the lead feel that the conversation is about them. And the only way to do that is to respond to what they're saying. If you just go down your list of 17 questions, and they answer question 3, and then you ask question 4, which had nothing to do with question 3, they're like, you're not listening to me. So ditch scripts. If I have agents in the bill broker and say, hey, can you send me a script? I'm like, oh, here it is. Blank sheet of paper. I don't got one. We have a framework. Now, this intro piece is the closest we have to a script, along with step over here where book the appointment. We have a little bit of a, because it's what works best, right? But it's not word for word. Say it for what it makes for you, right? So first step number 1 in the framework is you introduce the property. If you're not rehearsed in this is hard because you want to say your name first. That's the challenge. Hey, this is Dan with Realty Group. I'm just calling back on blah, 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 blah. So far, what's this conversation about? I said the word I and my name. So I said the word I twice. And that took 1.5 seconds. Okay? So you introduce the property first. Hi, this is a courtesy call following up to your inquiry on 123 4th Street. So what did you just tell everybody there? I'm calling in response to an action you took. I didn't just button mash and hope someone picked up, right? Some action you took caused me to, so I'm trying to serve whoever raised their hand, right? I'm here to support, okay? And it's on 123 4th Street, okay? Ms. Colleen, that's step number 1, introduce the property, and you just heard it. Close thing we have to the script are these first 3 steps. Hey, this is a courtesy call following up to an inquiry on 123 4th Street. Step number 2, Ms. Colleen.
Do I have the right person?
Confirm you have the right person, even though you're going to have a lead information that says Paul Smith. So here's the temptation. You get a lead routing notification that says, hey, Paul Smith at whatever address, 555, 555, 555, right? Hey, Paul. This isn't Paul. Right?
My wife did this.
Right? Or, okay, so this is what I have, the way the system, sometimes the way these lead capture systems work, it goes by who owns the cell account. Right? It may still have the caller ID, but it goes by who owns the cell account. I can tell you my father is on my family plan. So if his caller ID came through, it's going to say Dan Baltzer called. If the way this lead capture system is going to work. Hey, hey, Dan. I don't know what the hell my dad did. He's 3 cities away. Right? So don't use their name. First, get them to say it. Right? Did I get the right person? Step number 2 is confirm you have the right person. This is a chess game. You want to keep them on the phone. Hey, Kyle. You want to keep them on the phone and keep them engaged with you. Okay? Mr. Andy, how long do you want them on the phone?
As long as you can. 5, 10 minutes.
You want 5 minutes time with them. We're playing offense and defense simultaneously. Why do I want them on the phone for 5 minutes?
So nobody else gets through.
Right? If they're clicking on Zillow and RDC and these leads are getting sold out to multiple agents, I want to be the first one, speed the lead, 18 seconds, right? And then I want to hold their attention for 5 minutes while all the other people try to get in and his phone's beeping while he's talking to me. And they can't answer. Okay? Now, in 2014, when Mike and I started teaching this class, we would say, guess what? This conversation can last 10 seconds to 10 minutes. All depends on how the conversation goes. If you pick up, hey, this is a courtesy call following up to an inquiry on 133 4th Street, and they get the right person. Yeah. So Dan, hey, Dan, nice to meet you. What can I do? I'd like to see the property. Great. 2 o'clock today work? Great. 2 o'clock today. Booked appointment, be done. 30 seconds, I have a booked appointment. Problem is, they got getting hammered by 15 other realtors after us.
And they booked it before you.
Right? Yeah, right? So then they booked it. I mean, just gets to be a mess. So now you play defense. Keep them on the phone. Keep talking about them, their situation, their stuff. Okay? Right? So now the 10-second, hey, can I see the house today immediately at 3? Yes, you can. Bang. If it's not 2:58, you're keeping them on the phone for a while. Okay? Right? So we got to make a conversation about that. So right now we're on step 2. You confirmed you got the right person. Right? Or no, yeah, they the right person? Yes. Step 3, introductions. Hi, this is Dan with Realty Group, and who am I speaking with? Right? And Andy says, my name's Andy. Hey, Andy. Pleasure to meet you. The hard part for folks who aren't practicing this in this section or this phase right here is the fact that your name went from first to third. Right? That actually takes a little bit of practice. All right. Now it sounds like this. Okay. Hey, Colleen, you can answer for me real quick.
Yep.
So the ring, she says, hello. Hey, this is a courtesy call following up to an inquiry on 123 4th Street. Did I get the right person?
You did.
Fantastic. Hey, who am I speaking with?
This is Colleen.
Hey, Colleen, my name's Dan with Realty Group. Pause. Anybody time that? 7
15.
seconds. 7 seconds. 8
Okay.
seconds. Right? 3 steps, 3 sentences, 7 seconds. Right? So in that short period of time, we overcame why we're calling them. We know that they are the right one. And then we got our name. Okay? That's the intro phase. Okay? So now it's time to transition out of that phase. Right? But the way we teach, we say we have 2 golden questions, or a golden coin, 2 questions each side. You want to get both of these answered, and then there's an ace in your hole. So there's 3 questions you always want to have in your pocket. Okay? Coming out of the gate for me right away in this example with Colleen is, hey, great, I'm Dan with Realty Group. It's a pleasure to meet you. Here's your transition question. How can I help? Okay? Do not just start instantly puking on them information about the property. Hey, so glad you called. Well, 123 4th Street's a beautiful King Ranch Rambler, California Rambler, right? X, Y, and Z. It has 3,000 million square feet and its own pool boy. I mean, no.
The maid is hot.
His name's Antoine. Anyway, right? Right? No, don't start puking information. You're just doing a word vomit. Right? We all know this. We all don't like to be sold, but when you're on the trying to convert a lead because it's your livelihood job, you start, oh, we gotta sell them. No, engage them. Right? How can I help? They're gonna at this point, can I have a script? If I ask that question, how can I help? Can I actually have a script?
Never.
No. How can I help? No, because all I can do now is to respond and play off her. Here's where it's free form. Now, if you get good at this, most of these calls go one of 3 directions: education, education, information property, and troubles are having now. Okay? So they're going to respond, how can I help? Now, here is your cadence in the rapport phase. Step number 4 is, how can I help? And it's the first step of the rapport phase, okay? You respond, you answer their question, and you ask another one. Peeling an onion, take the next layer out, right? So no matter what she says, I'm gonna answer to you. The easiest way to illustrate, which is not the most common question, but the easiest way to illustrate is if Colleen says, hey, what's the price? Okay? So we play that out. She said, yeah, what's the price? 300,000. Thank you. Bye. Right? That's why you follow up a question. You want to give the answer. What's the price? Hey, this one's currently listed at 300,000. Is that the price range we're looking at? Right? Now, I just asked a yes/no question. Overall, you don't want yes/no questions. But in this case, since it was how can I help, I answered the question and said, now, is that the price range you're looking in? No. I instantly have a follow-up, which is what?
What price range were you
Well,
thinking?
what is the right price range you're looking at? Right? Okay. We are always setting ourselves up 3 to 4 chess moves ahead in this whole thing. Okay. During the rapport phase, we are listening 70%, speaking 30%, but who's guiding the conversation?
You.
Us, because we're asking the questions, right? So you answer a question with a question. Okay, so let's just continue with this price one. Hey, you know what? No, it's a little out of my price range. Great. Okay, so what's the range you want to be in? 275, 300, 200. Fine. Okay, and you talk about that. You keep responding. Okay. Now, at some point, you're going to go, what's the next question? In this case, hey, it's 275. You can actually continue down the financing. How did you learn that number? Where did you get to the point that if you want to, you could. That's where I would take it, right? But the next golden question, remember 2 sides of the same coin? Next question then is what attracted you to this property? Okay. Why did, out of all 10 billion homes on the internet, why did you hit contact on this one? Now, I just told you we're always 3 or 4 chess moves ahead. What's the chess play we're setting up asking this question?
So we know what other properties we can bring along to show after this one.
Comparable homes. You're going to book this appointment. The objective of this call is to book the appointment. You want to show the property. You're going to bring other homes with you instead of a showing tour, not just one. Right? So if we're bringing, or we want to bring other properties, we kind of got to know what they're looking for. Right? So what attracted you to this property? And they're going to say whatever they say. Right? Size, location, budget, condition, all the above, right? Okay? And you keep going back and forth. Now, so far, how much time has been spent on the specific property they called in? How much of this conversation has been on that?
Just confirming it.
Just confirming it, right? You will have leads that keep diving in, just want to talk about that one property, okay? Here's your ace in the hole card if you're having a struggle getting them off the property, talking to you about them. Okay? So tell me, Mr. Andy, how's your search been going so far? No matter what he says, I now have a path. Right? Oh, it sucks. Every time I see a property I like, I look at it, I see it online, I call the agent, it's been sold or has an offer on it. Okay? Great. Or hey, I'm just starting. Right? Or I've lost out in 2 offers already. Okay? You're going to learn what you need to do with that question right there. Okay? And it's not about the product, it's about him. And they're going to have to answer. Most, 99.99% of people aren't going to be, hey, so how's your search been going so far? Click. That ain't hanging up on you.
You're still talking about them.
Yeah, right? I like to talk about me. That's why my name's on my shirt. Right? Let's talk about this guy. Okay. So you answer a question with a question, and there's how's your search been going so far? Right? And they're going to respond. Now, at some point, you're going to transition out of rapport phase into booking the appointment. How long does this take? 10 seconds in the call, 10 minutes. This is what all depends on how they said, right? In the example, I said, hey, can I see the appointment? Can I see that home today at 3? Wow, okay, intro rapport skipped, straight to booking the appointment phase. We're going to get that done, but we got to double back to play defense, keep on the phone for 5 minutes, right? Or it takes some time to get there, okay? Is there a timeline? No. You're going to have to do this in practice, and it goes by feel. It really does. And I can tell you this much. You're going to feel it. If You miss the first chance, no problem. You'll feel it, like you're just feeling the conversation again. You'll feel it a second time. If you miss that one, you're going to lose them because they're like, I just want to see the home. And you're still talking or you're asking me questions. I just want to see the home, right? So this is where you got to practice. And if you don't have a role play partner or you're not doing this regularly, then you're practicing on money rather than practicing on a friend. Okay? So you book the appointment. That's fine, right? Now let's talk about booking the appointment. You do this part, you're going to take control. If you actually do this transition from rapport phase to booking the appointment phase, you can actually own this relationship the rest of the way through to closing. Who is the professional in this rodeo? Them or us? Who knows how this game works? Who tries to tell us how this game works? You do this transition right, they got to work with you, right? So at this point, you flip it for a short segment to you're in charge. It's 70% you, 30% them. Okay, you'll see this in the graph. If you reach out to me, remind me to send it to you. Okay, gotcha, right? So it's like, hey, Mr. Andy, do you know what? It sounds like we're at the point where the best thing to do is we need to get eyes on this property to see if it performs as well in person as it does online. Does that make sense to you? Okay. He says, yes, it does. Fantastic, guys. Who does time blocking or who lets the world run their day? If you have time blocking, raise your hand. If the world runs your day, raise your hand. Right? Here, let's play it this way. Mr. Andy, you ready? So it looks like it's time to get our eyes on property, see if it really does look as good in real life as it does online. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. When works good for you?
Today.
Shit, I have a lunch appointment with Colleen at noon. Right? Oh, wait. My coaching, one-on-one coaching with Mike Bernier is at 1 or at noon or 12:30 or 1 that I had to reschedule twice in him already. You're in a pickle.
Because you never want to say no to Andy.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Right? Okay. So, guys. Jesus. All right. So we're going to continue with the lead conversion call here. All right. Here's how it goes. You want to own your day. You've already time blocked your days to when you're doing your showings. Whether you actually have showings or not, but you've time blocked. That's why I'm doing showing. So, hey, Mr. Andy, it looks like it's time. We're at the point where we really need to get some eyes and see if it really does match and work for you. Does that sound good? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Would 2 o'clock today or 5 o'clock tomorrow work better for you? 5. I just menu closed it into the time block times that I have set aside. Okay, that already fit my schedule. He thinks he gets to pick his time. Great. I'm going to pause and say time out. That's last Friday, and you can ask folks on my team, right? I was getting a mad text late at night from a buyer client of mine wanted to see a property. Okay? Friday, 6 o'clock, right? They wanted to go see it now. Can't do it now. I was already booked the rest of Friday night. Okay? And I will be honest, I was booked all day Saturday. Said, hey, all right, hey, great, can we see it Saturday? Nope. I'm completely booked. My appointments are already full. How about Sunday, late morning? I was really wide open, so late morning. No, they're gone all day Sunday. Now they know I run a team. Hey, Dan, could you have one of your crews show us on Saturday? I said, what time Monday evening works best for you? 6 o'clock work? I asked that. Yeah, 6 works. Meet you there at 6. And if you're on my team, you know I took 3 of them with me on it's a shadow opportunity and booked the appointment. I was there at 6.
It was awesome.
They did not control my weekend. That client tried to attempt to control my entire weekend. And I gave them a weekend opportunity. Sunday morning, late morning, Sunday. Oh, we're gone. Oh, so you're gone the whole time. You don't want to give up your day on Sunday. Well, then no, I'm not giving up my agent Saturday. So what time Monday? Into the time that worked for me. My whole Monday was booked until evening time. Okay. Own your day. You're in charge. You don't get to tell a doctor, you will see me today at noon. No, you don't get to do that. We are professionals as well. Okay? Yeah, Kim.
Are you ever afraid that in this market with things going so fast that by the time Monday at 6 rolls around, it's gonna be gone and they're gonna be pissed that you didn't get them up there early?
Then they should have been working with an agent earlier.
Couple of things to do with that.
Okay.
Run, okay? First, what did we just pass? Milestone within the year. 4th of July.
Yep.
2018 is tracking just like 2016 and 2017 did, where it was frenetic from March to the end of June. No. 4th of July came, buyers went on the 4th of July holiday, and they don't come back in the same force. So I knew that already when they're calling me. Yeah, it's going to be available Monday,
That property, right?
right? And it just listed Friday. Okay, so I can pretty much, even if it was frenetic, they're not going to go to, if it's a good agent, they're going to let it run the weekend, right? And if I'm really concerned about that, I'm going to call a listing agent and say, hey, I got some hot to trot buyers. We're going to make you look good if there's a real interest, but I can't get them to Monday. So please hold the phone on any of your highest and best decision makings until Monday. I will clear the path and say, you're going to want market time anyways. So if you're holding for highest and best, don't call it Saturday at noon. Let's see what Sunday, Monday gets you. And I'll be there on Monday. Right? So there's me telling the listing agent how to do and get more offers, but I'm coming hard and hot. If there's an interest, we'll come hard and hot. Okay? In this case, I didn't have to worry about that. I knew the property was going to be available. It's where it was, location on it, so I wasn't, but no, I control the schedule. Right? Okay, so it's, hey, it sounds good, 3 or 5 o'clock, menu, close it. Okay? Next part, the closest thing we have to do for a script. And this is you book the appointment, fine, menu, close the options, and then do what?
Ask who's gonna come along.
Okay? We want all their decision makers and influencers there. Hey, Andy, great, 5 o'clock tomorrow works. Should we extend the invitation to anybody? Okay. Who? Because don't worry. Guess what, Andy? Colleen will join you because she won't say no. Right? All right. So you want to ask, hey, and who should we extend? Not should we? Who should we extend the invitation to? Okay. One, I want all decision makers there. Who's had the phenomenon where I showed the husband the home at 2 o'clock and then at 6 o'clock that later night I got to go show the wife or the brother or the whoever, right? That's 2 trips. I don't got time for 2 trips. I got 30 other clients I got to work with. The North Branch, right? No. So who should we send the invitation to? So Annie's going to answer that question. Colleen, great. You know, most of the time the answer will be my dad, my spouse. You'll get the relationship. Okay, so then you want to ask them. Great, Andy. So my spouse. Okay, and what's her name, or what's your spouse's name? Colleen. I knew she'd say yes. Right. So then you get their name. Right. Great. Okay. So now flip it. For most cases, I'm drawing a complete blank on your name. What's your name?
Erin.
Erin. Okay. So Erin doesn't know me from anybody. I'm on a lead call for her. She inquired in, and here's some random guy. She thinks his name is Dan, saying, "Hey, let's meet at 6 o'clock at some home she's never been to yet that she wants to see, and she doesn't know me." She already, so gentlemen, she already kind of has a safety plan in her back. She's bringing somebody, her girlfriend or whatever, just from a safety standpoint, right? But if I say, who would you like to send the invitation to? Should we invite anybody? I already gave her permission to bring her whole army. I don't care. We're just going to show a house, right? I'm going to put her a little more comfortable of just me acknowledging that says, would you like to extend the invitation to anybody to come join us? Okay. I don't know if it's as important on the lady agent side, but on the male agent side, that helps. Okay. But you still want the decision makers there for our own purposes. So that actually question does twofold. Okay. Safety permission, and I don't want to make 2 trips to North Branch. Right? Okay. Gotcha. So great. 5 o'clock, I'm meeting Andy Colleen. All right, so then we're still in the before phase. All right, now Andy, here's what I'm going to do for you, you and Colleen. I'm going to bring 3 other properties similar to this one. So let's book an hour of time, starting at 5. We're going to see this one, and we'll go see 3 more. If this one the heavens open up and it speaks to you, it's the Hallelujah House, right? We're going to want to benchmark against what else is in the area, okay? If we get there and it's not performing, we have some other ones in the area that are similar. Now, how do I know what homes to bring? Because I asked them what attracted them to the property, right? I myself, I'm not the only one, have shown up to a lead converter lead. They called in on A. I brought B with me, and they brought B. B never would have been on the radar for them, right? Or I would have had gone through showing tours, whatever. So always bring other properties, okay? And you tell them, I didn't ask him, would you like to see other properties as well, Mr. Andy? Some will say sure, some will say no, right? But no, so here's what I'm gonna do. I just told them what we're gonna do. I just took charge of this relationship. I'm gonna bring 3 or 4 others. We're gonna use this to benchmark and look to make sure that if this home speaks to you, and this is the one you want, we're gonna compare it against the others to make sure it really is everything it needs to be. If it doesn't match your needs or doesn't speak to you, we have 3 others, and we can really start to understand what you are looking for in the market. Sound good? They said yes. Fantastic. Okay? So that's what's the next step we have to do? I think it's step 6 now.
I'm on 7, but
7? Okay, 7.
They signed.
Yeah, we have to do an agency check, right? Okay. Now, so far this conversation's lasted 4.5 minutes. We know a lot about Mr. Andy's situation, right? 317 kids, 4 dogs, and drives a white van. Wait, no, that's me. Why? Because my name's on my shirt. Anyway, right? We know a lot about it. We've gone through this. That's fine. Okay. But we want to check to see if they have an agent in play. Okay? So, Mr. Andy, are you under contract with another agent?
Got a contract.
Okay. But what did that conversation just become about?
you.
Me. 4.5 minutes just went down the drain. Because I just made the conversation about me.
So I got a question. Wouldn't you want to know that before you set up an appointment?
Yep. So the point is, how do we do that without making it about me, right? Okay. Mr. Scott, how do we do that? You've been in here for a while. You must be really good at it.
What you do is you just, like you said, we're asking questions with questions, and then there's going to be that point during the conversation where we'll switch it over and you'll just introduce yourself. That I'm from Realty Group, I'm here to help. And I don't know. I mean, it's like you said, it all comes natural.
Okay.
At that point in time.
So we want to spin this in a way that's positive. He's on the right track. Okay. So, hey, Mr. Andy, I run my business as open as ethically as possibly can. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I want to honor people that exist in our existing relationships. So I have to ask Mr. Andy, do I want to ask, are you working with, or do I want to ask, have you signed?
Who are you working with?
All right, Mr. Andy, you know which way these both can go, right? So if I say, are you working with, go the left way, the not so good way. Are you working with an agent?
Yeah, I've talked to some.
He's talked to some. He may be receiving MLS. Is he under contract?
Nope.
No, but whose name they're just putting in his head?
Yours.
The other guys
The other guy, exactly.
or other gals, right? Whoever it is. I just made him think of someone else. Right? So it's not, are you working with? Because they don't know what working with means. In fact, do you know what working? If I ask every single person in this room, what does working with mean? Am I going to get the same answer? So, Mr. Andy, I'm going to ask you a quick question. I run my business as open and as ethically as possibly can. I want to honor all relationships, make sure I'm not stepping on any toes. So I have you signed anything with any other agents?
But my cousin's husband is an agent, and I'll probably have to go again.
Okay, well, if there's an objection, then we'll get to how to handle an objection, right? So after handling an objection, but he's not signed. He's not under contract, which means I'm free game to engage.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, handling objection, how do you handle that? That's fine, but I'm free game to engage him. If he says, yes, I've signed, what's our follow-up question? You know this, right, Andy? Yeah, hey, do you happen to remember, did you sign 2 pages or is it a bunch of pages? It was just a quick 2-page thing. What do we know from that? Agency. Is he still free game? It was a bunch of pages. Peace out, Andy and Colleen. Right? So then if there's 4, there's an objection we have to overcome now, and we'll get through that, right? But now we know that don't use terms. Hey, have you signed an agency or a exclusive buyer's representation contract? And blah, 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 blah. Mind blown, they're now disengaged because you just confused the heck out of them. Right? 2 pages or a bunch of pages. Okay, pause for a second. Let's go back to the question that says, so, Mr. Andy, how's your search been going so far? Every offer I've written, I'm losing multiple offers. How's that play into this question just now?
You didn't need to answer it, you should have.
Right? So tell me about your experience. How many offers you writing? Who you been working with? What's going on there? Tell me about it. Type thing, right? So some of this you can pick up along the way just by hearing the story. How's your search been going so far? That question's actually a minute and a half in instead of being at the 4-minute mark, if it comes up like that, right? Okay. So he says, yeah.
So I had a guy say, yes, I am under contract, but I just talked to my agent. She said I could shop her.
Okay. All right. So I can shop around, which means they both.
Too hard to say. Let me see your contract.
They both don't like each other, right? I mean, we're about to get divorced, right? They don't like each other, right? So it's free to shop around. They don't like each other. That's fine. Okay. Now we can't get, if she still doesn't have like a goodbye release, just gently stay away from it and say, hey, I will gladly come alongside your journey and support you the best I can, but I need to have that situation resolved first. What did you just do? There's actually a term for that, psychology. It's called a soft takeaway. You want to work with me. I flex my real estate muscle. You want to see these houses. You want to see work with me. I'm here to shop around, right? And I said, yeah, come get me.
And he's standing in front of the white van.
Does this rake smell different to you? Right? But it's a soft takeaway. I want to, but I can't. It's hard to get. Okay? It's a soft takeaway. Here's what I'll need you to do so that we can rock and roll going forward. I'll need you to clear that contract. Once you got that, game on. Okay? Don't jump in working with them right out of the gate if they're under contract. That's could get yourself into some challenges. Just don't. Okay? There's other buyers.
I'll be honest,
Yep.
I would say 95% of the time I don't discuss agency until I'm in front of them.
Agency? I just need to know that I have a hurdle to overcome. Okay? Do I get a buyer's rep contract signed at the first time I just meet everybody? I don't. If you choose to, you can. That's up to you. I get agency signed though. Okay? But you can enter into a buyer rep at any point, but I get agency signed. Okay? All right. So we booked the appointment. Fantastic. Andy is or is not. He is not working with an agent. Great. So Andy, I will see you tomorrow. It's now been 5 minutes. And Colleen, 5 o'clock at 123 4th Street. I got 4 other with me. Okay? That has been, yes, Mr. Kyle.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Yep.
Why do you not get the buyer agency rep signed right away? What's the reason?
I don't have a hard rule that says I won't work with them or I won't do that right away.
I'm never afraid that somebody will contact them and say, have you signed a contract?
I'm going to
You're asking them and they say no, and then all of a sudden they're going to go.
Sure, I'll run that. You could possibly run that risk, but here you go. I'm going to outshine everyone in this industry anyways, and the sheer fact that you guys are sitting in this class just made you 3 steps ahead of almost every other agent in the marketplace. So go ahead.
Show your
Outwork,
value.
outwork
Don't be
me.
afraid.
I always bring the contracts with me, and I have them ready.
Yep.
So they can review it, and then I always give it to them to review, and then we have another
Yep.
appointment. And then once we get into the relationship, then
Right.
we'll go ahead and talk more about it.
So this is where there's not a dictation that you must. This is where agents, you're running your own business. You get to make the choice of what you want to do. Okay? Compliance says agency. Got to get agency. Compliance does not say have to get by rep. I know agents who don't leave their office door until they come in, sign a buy rep here, and then they go out. That's the way the business model you want to run, go for it, right? Run it your business, run it your way, right? Agency, we're going to teach compliance, what you do, and we'll talk about best practice and how you want to run your business, and we'll help you do that. But agency is what has to get done.
I've had them not wanting to sign that.
I have to.
That's fine.
And that's fine too, just review it, they have it.
And I always tell them it's always on my email when I send it
Yeah, right.
something.
Refuse to sign, date it yourself, and put it in your
I've
pocket.
had them so scared, they just initialed it.
Yeah, right. That's fine. All you need is something that says I showed it to them. Yes, question.
So when you have leads that come in, like online leads, and it says that they're working with an agent already, where's everybody on that? Do you follow up still on it? Because
So not only says they're working with an agent already.
yeah, I feel like maybe, okay, I don't need to waste my time, but what's everybody's?
I'm still going to call them and say, how can I help? And I'll bring it up. Say, hey, now in case you're working with an agent, so tell me what's going on. Oh, they're out of town. They want me to come around. Well, okay, wait for your agent, right? Or I clicked the wrong drop-down box. I didn't mean the yes or the no. So I'm still going to follow up, right? I will ask about it, okay? All right, so now I'm going to insert something new into our framework. For all of you experienced veterans, you may have heard this because we brought this up in RG Advanced, and I think we brought it up in conversion to closing, but it has not been embedded into our framework. So this is probably going to be new for all of you, at least thinking about where to put it. I'm going to confirm the time, confirm agency. I'm going to see Mr. Andy at 5 o'clock. And now I'm going to privatize his search. It's a big word, what does it mean? I know his contact information, I have that, right? Do I want him continuing to look on Zillow, RDC, edinarose.com, everywhere else? No. Why? I'm gonna lock him into me. Hey, Mr. Andy, just so you don't have to be hassled with 7,000 other phone calls, let's give your phone a break. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna text you a link to my HomeSnap app, my HomeSpotter app. Run through all there. If you see anything else that you wanna add to our 4 homes I'm gonna bring for us on tomorrow at 5, let me know and I'll add it. Sound good? I'm gonna get him using my app. I'm gonna privatize the search. And I'm putting a shield around the client so other agents aren't coming to him. Can I guarantee he doesn't have 17 other apps on his phone? No. But am I gonna do everything I can? Yes. So I'm gonna kick him the app, right? Maybe even on the phone and say, all right, here, did you get the text? I just kicked you the link. Keep on the phone, keep on the phone, keep on the phone. Great, all right, open it up. Is it working? All right. Why don't you try doing the search in Coon Rapids, the one I just did. Is it working for you, Andy? Yep. Anything you see right away that we can just book right now? Nope. Okay, cool. Continue to mess with that, see the search. Let me know if there's anything you want to add. All right. I will see you and Colleen 5 o'clock tomorrow. Right. If you really want to go further, explain the further benefit. Right. That Zillow, RDC, and all the online portals are going to have homes that already have offers on them, but they're going to say it's available. Go through the whole benefit if you'd like. It's going to kind of, some that's, in my opinion, the way I would do it, based on how the conversation is. If I'm starting to get the vibe that he's running on time, maybe he's at work, he doesn't have much time left, am I going to go through a long spiel on that? Nope. I'm going to say, hey, search here. This will be more accurate than Zillow even. We can talk about how powerful what I just gave you is when we're in person. But keep your eyes here and let me know if you see anything.
At what point do you set up a search in the MLS? Once the clients, or do you not, you just use your app?
I'm seeing them now at 5. I have a rough idea what they're like, but have I done the full buyer's consult with them yet? Nope. I'm gonna meet at 5, meet those 4 homes, and now let's talk about what is a successful search, and we'll define that for the MLS app. Yep. Right. But in the meantime, play with my app and put a shield around the lead. Okay. That's a new addition. We're always going to tweak our stuff just to make sure we're doing everything we can to help you guys be better, right? Privatize
Another
their
way to
search.
follow up and touch up again too.
Yeah.
After the conversation.
Yeah. Right. Hey, does the app? Yeah, right. Hey, is the app working for you? Just want to do a quick check. If you didn't quite do it all on the phone, okay. Then you follow up, book the appointments, go. Right. What are your thoughts so far? Everybody just kind of, did I just fall asleep? The white van's actually parked across the street, it's not in the room. All right. How many folks do you got online still? 4. Folks online, answer in the chat if you can. What's a nugget or aha that you got out of this conversation? We'll share those in a second. We'll go around the room here. We're not going to be done because you're going to practice in a second, but what is aha? What'd you learn? What'd you like so far? And then I'm going to have you role play it and use that. Right, Mr. Scott?
So I think, like you backing away and the soft approach that you had,
Yeah, the soft takeaway.
I do like that. That's a really.
Okay, cool. Miss Amber.
Give them the app.
Miss Mariah.
There's something. I have to look back at my notes to come back to me.
Sure, Kyle.
I say all of it, just putting it all together and using
All right.
all of it.
Kim.
I'm with Kyle, just all of it, you just really clarified just that whole path of start.
I'm sorry, I missed the question. Yeah, just introduction, you're getting that solid.
Like I like the steps, the one, two, finish yourself class, so then it's more about them, so they, it's like when you're calling Z-Finder, it's like, it's just.
Oh, yeah. Just the working with the agent part.
I like the app for, just working the app into it because we always just put them on MLS search without really even knowing everything that they want. So I think that's a good.
Cool.
I like the app, I use that, and then asking if, who else would like to see the property, just so
Just an
you're not
invitation
going
to-
out there
Yeah.
again.
Did anybody respond online when they texted? Look in the chat.
I do apologize, that was, I have not shown that one.
And chats. Nope, there would be indications. All right, cool. Gotcha. So they're all quiet. Okay, here's what I want you guys to do. Partner up with someone you don't usually partner up with. Go through this and see how you do. 5 minutes of that. We're going to regroup, right? And I'm going to ask you, where did you struggle? Okay? People when you're the buyer on the receiving end, I want you to notice how you feel in the conversation. Buyers and all clients will go with you based on what this says. I could sit down with the most intellectually brilliant son of a gun agent that's ever been, but if I don't get a good vibe off the cat, good vibe, I ain't going with that one. Right? And the reason I want you as the buyer in the role play to see how you feel in this conversation is because you need to know how the feeling is when you're speaking, when you're actually the agent. Okay? If you can control them and control the feeling that you're giving them, which actually this framework does, right? You understand how to say things and when to say things, right? Cool. Partner up, 5 minutes, get back together. We'll see how we debrief.
Sure. Do you want to go first?